It is my privilege to introduce our student speaker for this morning's commencement ceremony. Kara Cook believes attending Indiana Wesleyan University strengthens and expands her platform dedicated to advocacy. Today, she received a Bachelor of Science degree in criminal justice, and she aspires to provide a voice to the voiceless. Please welcome Kara Cook.
At age 14, I learned of a boy who was sentenced to life in prison. A product of his environment, he was failed not just by his parents, but also the Department of Child Services. A system designed to protect our most vulnerable had turned a blind eye and created another statistic. A flame sparked within me. It was in this moment that I began to desire a life devoted to foster care. Good morning, my name is Kara Cook. James 1:27 tells us, religion that God our Father accepts as pure and faultless is this, to look after orphans and widows in their distress, and to keep oneself from being polluted by the world. In January 2013, my husband and I welcomed our first foster child into our home. Unaware of the roller coaster we were boarding, we began our journey as foster parents. We learned quickly this life is not for the faint of heart. We were belittled and threatened. Our concerns for the kids were disregarded. We began to experience indescribable heartache as these kids passed through our home. May 31st, 2017, the unfathomable happened. I received a phone call that our 17-month-old boy had been placed on life support. Major was negligently placed in a car seat by a state agency employee and transported to have supervised visitation with his biological father. During the 40-minute transit, he fought asphyxiation. On June 6, 2017, Major was declared dead. Complacent in my family's swimming pool service company, I wrestled with God and his plan for me. Yet Jeremiah 29:11 reminded me that God knew what he was doing when he placed Major in our home. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Enduring the loss of Major intensified the flame that burned within me. It was the catalyst I needed to reach more children than just those who passed through our home. It is written and read in the Gospel of Matthew. We are to be the salt of the earth, the light of the world. We are to let our light shine before others so that they may see our good deeds and glorify our Father in heaven. Today I graduate with my bachelor's degree in criminal justice. I do not know where it will take me, but I do know it strengthens and expands my platform dedicated to advocacy. I intend to pour compassion and grace into at-risk youth. I hope to demonstrate mercy and instill hope into those who are lost. But most importantly, I aspire to provide a voice to the voiceless, and I implore you to do the same. A system designed to protect often destroys. It is imperative we execute the instructions given to us in Psalm 82, verse 3. Defend the cause of the weak and the fatherless, maintain the rights of the poor and oppressed. God knew what he was doing when he placed Major in our home. Not only is Major alive in our hearts, but a young girl with his heart lives on in North Carolina.